We've all experienced COVID and its implications in various avatars. And I think 2022 was a relatively kinder year for most of us. And it seemed like we were almost done with this virus. And we all let our guards down and we went about life like normal. At least many of us did that. But the moment we heard the cases rise in China, I think the entire world went into a panic mode. And it's time we change that narrative. I mean, we don't have to get into a panic mode. We don't have to become fearful. We don't have to get we find ourselves clueless. And that's where the team at Wellfinity got together with its collective wisdom and decided to put together a series of knowledge sharing sessions on different topics related to health, onto wellness, and specifically now, COVID virus and how to build the immunity and how to stay ahead of the game. And this is just one of the sessions that we have planned for the wellness of the society as a whole. So in today's session, we will be covering the learnings from the past 2 to 3 years of COVID, what it taught us, what it hasn't, what did we do, what we didn't do, right? And more importantly, the post-COVID symptoms, which personally I have felt, I'm sure many of us have felt the same. And what can we do to address this? So many of us are still continuing with post-COVID symptoms. So most importantly is how can we build and develop an internal strong defense mechanism that will help us go the long route and not get worried at every new variant or new viruses that keep coming up. The way we've designed it is there will be a main session and then followed by question and answers. So our request is we've received some questions on the WhatsApp group so far. Please also post your questions on the chat. We will be taking those questions first, and then we'll go to the open questions thereafter. Right, so our expert for the session is, and for this interesting and insightful session is Dr. Ashwani Garg. Dr. Ashwani Garg is a medical doctor and also practices functional medicine for the last 4 to 5 years. He is truly one of the pioneers of functional medicine in India and is also building the ecosystem for this new form of medicine to be the front runner and not to be an outlier medicine. He's also co-founded Wellfinity.in and also is the clinical head at Wellfinity, where the goal at Wellfinity is to make our members live a disease-free life and to reverse chronic illnesses such as diabetes, thyroid, gut and skin issues, joint matters, and even matters related to the brain such as dementia, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's. So I guess we've have enough time to get started. Over to you, Dr. Ashwani.
Thank you so much, Anurag, and thank you so much all the participants. So I think one message that we want to give that is we don't have to be scared about this, infections. Infections will come and go. Now, what is protecting us is our immune system. Okay, so far by the policymakers, we were told that if you get these number of vaccinations and you're free to do whatever, but seems like that's not working. And then there are cases where even people have taken the vaccination, but then still they could not build the antibodies against the specific strains of the virus, just because the immune system is weakened. So it's not the vaccine that is only can protect it, it's actually the immune system. Even for the vaccine to work for us, we need to have a healthy immune system. So that is something fundamental, just fundamental. So, but then there was no focus. Nobody is saying that how do you even build your immune system? And without that knowing, people are still struggling. People are still scared, and this is a sad affair. It's not good. But then it's not even difficult. Okay, things are not so difficult that it seems to be, and it seems to be very, very difficult problem. It's not that. Now just imagine, just think through this, just go back in time, 19, 20, 21. People would get infection and then they come out of the problem. Only few of them will have a severe form of the infection. Lot of us, we might get closer to the infected person. We might not even get any, even not even a fever. Forget about a severe form of the infection. So not everybody who is coming in touch with the virus is getting an infection. Out of people who are getting an infection, very few will get a severe form of the infection, where problem becomes just too big. But the important point to note is, if your defense mechanisms are healthy, your immune system is good, you might not even get the infection. And that you can just go back in time and think through. So it's always our immune system protecting us, provided we protect our own immune system. Okay, so that is very, very fundamental to this human health. If we have a good immune system, doesn't matter what is infection, we will be able to come through. And in the past, these infections have come. And we as a society has come out of that. But this level of fear was never there. This level of scariness was never there. But then this time, by design, certain things are done. Just on the immune system part, okay, we were told that you take a vaccine, you build antibodies. Antibodies are important, but then along with that, there is a innate immune system. Innate means that is, we're born with that. Then there's an adaptive immune system, which we build over a period of time as we keep getting exposed to. Now, there are different forms of the immune system. So antibody immune system is just one part of the game. It is not the complete game that you build immune system antibodies and you're free. No, probably still it is not taken care. Now you see, every wave has a different strain of the virus. It's changing. Viruses keep changing. They're never stable because they're also trying to protect themselves. They are trying to survive. We are trying to survive. They are changing. We also have to change. But then if we don't build a healthy, robust immune system, new strain of virus will come and we'll again be at a loss. So it is important that all form of the immune system, innate, adaptive, humoral, where antibodies are there, all are robust. Not just we only are dependent on that I have these antibodies and protected. No, you might not even be protected because you make antibodies against the old strain which was there earlier. Probably the vaccine is still containing the antigens of the old strain. And if you have to make antibodies against the new strain, you might not even do that. So to say that you take a vaccine and it's all clean, it's not like that. This is just pure science. But unfortunately, when industry takes over the science, then there's a twisted way to it. So if we make our immune system so specific against one strain of the virus, then our non-specific immune system can also become weak. So a child was lesser affected than adults because the child's immune system is more generic, non-specific. So it is important, along with the antibodies against some virus, is also that our non-specific immune system is also healthy. So hope that gives you some level of clarity that it's not only the antibody immune system which is just protecting us. There are other things in the system also protecting us. Okay, and more importantly, the innate and adaptive cellular immune response, they get better by getting enough sunlight. As simple as sun, doesn't cost you anything, doesn't risk you anything. Simplest thing in the world, abundantly available, at least in this country. You get more sunlight, your innate and your adaptive response is far more better, far more greater, and then probably you just don't even get sick. You don't even get fever. That's how it is. Now, majority of the people will just get a mild infection. Very few will get a little severe. But people who get affected severely are the people where the body was already weakened. Obesity was there, cancer was there, the metabolic disorders were there, diabetes, hypertension, autoimmune problems, heart conditions. So which means their immune system was already compromised. People who get succumbed to the problem or severe form of the infection is where immune system was already weakened. If somebody has a problem, health problem, you consider that there is a problem in the immune system. And that patient or person is getting a problematic form of this infection just because their immune system was weak. And people where immune system was good, even if they get an infection, they come out of that very quickly. And it was not the virus which is sort of causing the damage. It was the reaction of the immune system which was the problem. So fundamentally, what is protecting us is our immune system or its reaction to the infection. So if we have a healthy, robust immune system and our immune system is responding in a right way, fantastic, no problem, there's no scare. And there are ways we can test our immune system, there are ways we can improve our immune system, thereby we can get better. When we are so scared, we down-regulate our immune system. Our immune system becomes weak because we are scared. Okay, so you being scared is not the solution. You stay strong and you do the right things for your own immune system. That is important. And that this immune system is ever changing. It's never fixed. It's changing. This is called plasticity of the immune system. It's not that, what you have today will remain with you forever. If you don't keep your body healthy, your immune system can become weak. And if you start making your body healthy, your immune system will become better again. So this is a ever-changing, very dynamic system. And one of the steer or driver of this immune system is the microbes that are there into our gut. Okay, the microbes in the gut, in the intestines, they are the drivers. They control the quality of the immune system, which means if we have a good digestive health, we will have a good immune system. And if the digestive health is bad, which means we have more infectious microbes and less healthy microbes. That certainly means the more pathogenic, less healthy ones, which means our immune system would be bad. So just to know in a very simple way, if your healthy digestive system is healthy, you are a candidate of having a good immune system. Of course, there can be some variations, but largely because 70 to 80% of the immune system lies in the gut, and modulation is done by the steering. The modulation means steering is done by the gut microbiota. So your microorganisms which are living with us are deciding the quality of this immune system. Now, in case today it is not healthy, it's all right. You can make it healthy. You can change your microbes and you can make your immune system healthy. So this is one of the major strategy to robust your immune system. Now, the microbiota is the driver of our immune system. Now, what can damage this microbiota, thereby weakening our immune system? First, you need to know what is damaging us. Once you know what is damaging us, you can fix that. You stop the damage. And once you stop the damage, then you can repair the damage. Now, if you don't stop the damage, it doesn't matter how hard you try to repair, it doesn't happen. So you stop the damage first. Now, in this COVID times, antibiotics don't have any role on viral infections. I still don't understand. Antibiotics were given just like that. Take antibiotic. Antibiotic will kill the healthy microbes. And when the healthy microbes are down, you grow more fungal infections. And when fungal infections are grown, your immune system is weakened. You down-regulate your immune system. Now you see, you do something wrong, unwanted for yourself, you kill your healthy microbes, you kill your immune system, you increase your risk of the problem. So you have to stop what is damaging. If you're feeding yourself with lot of carbohydrates, lot of sugars, you feed unhealthy microbes, the microbiota becomes bad and immune system becomes bad. You're stressed out. That is a major killer, I think, that is, in this whole 3 years, when you are so scared, your immune system is downregulated. Pesticide in the food, hybrid food, packaged food. You don't feed yourself with the healthy things. You kill your healthy microbes, you grow pathogenic microbes, and your immune system takes a toll. It becomes weak and you get an infection. Now, what is that we can do to regrow the healthy ones, thereby modulate the immune system in a healthy form? Make sure that you stop the nonsense that you're doing to yourself, first of all. Then you start feeding yourself with healthy things. Now, you must have heard something called probiotics and prebiotics. Probiotics are simple foods or the supplements which feeds you healthy microbes. And the prebiotics are the food, the fiber, which is a food to the microbes. Now, if you have to grow the diversity and the quantity and the quality of your microbes, which is microbiota, thereby you want to improve your immune system, you want to feed yourself with healthy prebiotics, which is the fiber, and of course the probiotics, which is the live microbes, to grow the healthy diversity. So make sure you're eating a rainbow diet, lot of colored vegetables and fruits you want to include in your diet. Then you want to include a lot of different quality prebiotics. Shankhalu, sweet potato, suran, cabbage, dandelions, garlic, beetroot, chicory, banana, especially raw bananas, apples, especially green apple, flaxseed powder, dry fruits, soaked dry fruits. So many things are there. Millets. You feed yourself with a lot of healthy fibers. Each fiber will feed a different kind of a microbe, thereby diversity and the quality and the quantity of this microbiota will improve, thereby your immune system will become better. Plus, you can take fermented foods, pickles, fermented sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, kombucha. So you stop the damage, you feed healthy microbes, you feed those microbes also with prebiotics. This will improve the situation. Okay. Another thing that is important is, if you have to build a good immune system, the body has to have enough raw materials. If I have to make antibody, I have to make phagocytes, which are fighting the infections. Now, your body is depleted with the nutrition, and you think you trigger your immune system with the vaccine, and without your body having nutrition, it will make the antibodies. Doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people taken the vaccine, could not build the antibodies simply because it's not that the vaccine was ineffective. Might be the case in some cases, but largely the reason is that body is depleted from the nutrition. The body needs the raw materials. You need to have those raw materials for you to make these cells which are required for you to fight against the enemies. You have your army, but your army don't have the guns and the weapons. How do you expect them to fight for you? So a lot of people, then when we work with them, the vitamin A is low, which is very, very critical for the phagocytic action, neutrophils and macrophages. Vitamin E, which acts as an antioxidant. Vitamin C, very, very important. It improves your glutathione. And that's an antioxidant which eliminates the toxins from your body. your B complex, especially B6, B9, B12. That is important for your WBC maturation and growth, also for the antibodies production. Now, if you are low on B12, you're low on B6, you're low on B9, and you wonder my body is not making antibodies because you're not feeding the raw material to your own self. Then, of course, the vitamin D. Vitamin D low means you're not getting enough sunlight. That's first thing. It's not a lack of the supplement in your body. It's a lack of the sunlight. But supplement also plays a crucial role for your health. It can modulate your immune system, thereby your immune system does not become too aggressive and self-damaging its own self. So these are some of the things you can easily test. Any lab you go, you test yourself. If these things are low, you start feeding yourself what is low in your body, your immune system become robust. But then you don't put any effort considering I take a vaccine and it's all fantastic. No, it's not like that. Even for the vaccine to work for your immune system, your body have to have the nutrition. Now zinc has, just there's so much literature to prove that zinc is antiviral. Selenium is antiviral. But then the whole system was telling us that you take a vaccine and you're just fantastic. Probably it is not working so well as it has been told to us. But then these are some of the crucial things this body needs. There's something that this body needs to perform right actions, cellular processes. But unfortunately, we don't even care, we don't even test. Nobody even informing these simple basic things. Similarly, proteins are required, fatty acids are required to rebuild your immune system. You can test all of these things, you can see what is wrong, and you can take a corrective action. Now, when I say our body needs the raw materials, how do we get these raw materials into our body? You eat food and you digest that food. And you make that food as a part of your body. If your digestion is bad, doesn't matter how good quality the food is, the food does not become you. Then your body will be nutritionally deficit. If you have a healthy digestion, your nutrition is supposed to be okay. Of course, the quality of the food itself is a problem, but majority of the population is having a bad digestive system. And digestive system depends on the kind of bacteria, viruses, fungi, parasites in the gut, amount of gastric acid produced by the stomach. Now, anybody with GERD or acidity symptoms, you are most likely to have low stomach acid. But then you go to doctor tells, no, it is a high stomach acid, you take antacid. No, your stomach is not producing enough acid. That is the reason why you feel this burn, because your food comes to your esophagus or digestive juices. Now, when you don't digest your food because of lack of the healthy microbes or lack of the digestive juices or lack of the stomach acid, you don't digest, you don't break down the food, you don't give yourself nourishment. So home, it is, you are getting the picture. You have to become healthy. You have to make a healthy immune system. You need to ensure that your digestive system is good. You cannot do without it. You eat well, you digest well, the metabolites will go into system and will repair your system. A major disruptor of the immune system today, a lot of kids we work with, a lot of other different disease conditions we work with, heavy metals. My God, this is another disruptor of the immune system. When you have heavy metals in your body, aluminium, arsenic, mercury, lead, cadmium, barium, so many of them. Of course, there are so many microplastics, refined oils, white sugar, so many chemicals. When they are there in the body, your immune system becomes down-regulated. It does not perform. It cannot fight for you from an outside enemy when it is just busy within the internal enemies. Your body has toxins, your body has heavy metals. Immune system is just busy within own self, cannot fight your outside enemy. So if you want to improve your immune system, you want to take away these toxins, you need to detox your body. Now you can test these things. You can test in the serum, you can test in the hairs, and if they're high, you take them out, your immune system will be okay, you will be able to fight the infection. No problem. You might not even get an infection at all, because just when the virus enters, your immune system can take care of it, and then you might not even respond to it. You might not even have a fever after that, just because your immune system is so robust. But to make the immune system robust and better, you have to ensure there are no toxin, there are no heavy metals. If they're there, you want to eliminate. It's not difficult. You can test and you take them away. So as you nourish your body, as you detox your body, the cell function becomes better, metabolic functions become better. Your metabolism, your mitochondria, your engine start performing better. As a consequence, your immune system just rebounds. As a consequence, you have better sinuses, you lose weight, you have a better skin, you have more energy, more mental clarity, more emotional stability, no depression. This depression business is also just the cell function is not happening right, that is causing depression, lack of energy. And the moment you have a better metabolism, better mitochondria, because you eliminated the toxins, you have fed yourself with enough healthy microbes, your energy will boost up and your immune system will boost up. Fantastic. You don't have to worry about it. So what is that you can do? Very, very simple way, if I help you understand. The first thing is you must maintain the circadian rhythm. What is circadian rhythm? The light cycle of the sun. When it is sun is out, you should be under sunlight. Don't use over excessive tube light LED lights. Get under sunlight 1 hour at least in a day. As it comes the evening, don't be under bright lights. You want to reduce artificial lights. Now that is crucially important if you want to keep your body, your immune system healthy. You want to follow the light cycle. When the sun is up, we should be under light. When the sun is down, we should be under darkness. This is how our body is built for. Now you do a mismatch. Daytime, you're inside. Night, you brighten your house with the lights. You kill your immune system. You need to grow these microbes in your body also, healthy ones. For that, you need to be in touch with the environment. You need to connect to the ground. You need to connect with the nature, because we are not living into isolation. We as humans have a connection. We feel the connection. We don't feel the connection. That's not a problem. But the reality is we are in sync with a lot of other life forms. You cannot isolate yourself and be healthy. It does not happen. Now, whatever the consequences, you cannot just keep stressing about it. You cannot lock yourself and you think that you lock yourself and the virus will not come. It's the immune system which can protect you. The doors cannot protect you. Doesn't matter, until unless it is a complete, what do you say, clean room with a positive air pressure and fully closed. Then virus might not come into it. Regular lockdowns and regular, closing the doors. You need a healthy immune system. And we should be, and government should be telling how do we build this healthy immune system. But unfortunately, the whole fight is just injecting. You do some pranayama. Pranayama means not just oxygen. It means you get the prana. Prana is life force, the energies that is there. You get more energy from your nature, not just oxygen. Now you need to rebuild your cells. You need to repair your body. You need to repair your immune system. That needs nourishment. You eat healthy. You feed yourself raw materials. You feed yourself with prebiotics, postbiotics, probiotics. You stop the junk. Simple practice which you can do is something called sun charged water. You take your water in a glass bottle, keep it under the sun for 3 hours. That water becomes therapeutic. That water itself will boost your immune system because it'll take the nutrition in the cell, take the toxins away. The worst thing that we are doing, we're cooking into refined oils. Extremely bad for the immune system. So what are we saying? Good light, good water, good food. Avoid artificial lights. After evenings, don't be under Diwali all the time. Simple practices, get under nature. Drink good quality water. Avoid bad oil. Include good oil. Stop refined foods. Include more real foods. That's all we need. It's not difficult. But unfortunately, we made it look like something biggest problem that are, yes, a lot of people has and the families has, a very, very tough time and still they might be, recovering from the loss. But then things were not so difficult. Then things are not so difficult today. We need to know what is the right thing we have to do. That's all. That's all. So just to give you a little glimpse of sunlight, how important it is. Okay, a lot of people have this clotting issues during this, infections or post-vaccination also. Sunlight can help you make more nitric oxide. The nitric oxide will dilate your vessels. And dilation of the vessels will improve the blood circulation. Really protect your heart, your kidney, your brain, and all that. Vitamin D can build your immune system by modulating monocyte, dendritic cell, TBs, all the immune cells. And today also there's enough data research showing that the cases where the severity of the COVID infection was high, the vitamin D levels were low. That basically D level means less sunlight or blue light toxicity. But of course, just to boost up your vitamin D, you can use some supplementation, but you also make sure that you get enough sunlight if you want to boost your immune system. It's not difficult. I'm not telling you anything new that you don't know. I'm just saying the simplest thing that you already know, but probably they're not into practice. Another very, very important, extremely important thing is when you get an infection, body's natural response is just you get a fever. That fever is healthy for you, my friend. Fever is not something bad for us. Okay, now you allow that fever to come. Now, if you take a paracetamol, you lower down your body temperature, the infection goes unchecked, infection will grow, then it comes a time when your body cannot handle that anymore. But then the moment you get the infection, you get a body temperature, your temperature of the body will not allow the infectious microorganism to grow so far. So that you keep that in check. But then somebody tells us, anytime, just even you don't have a fever, just to protect yourself, you take antipyretics, paracetamol, Dolo 650. There has been a lot of, post this, a lot of doctors were fed with a lot of money to prescribe Dolo 650. You don't allow your body to function just in the fear that I might get fever. The fever was something to protect you. You don't allow that, we get into trouble. So if your fever is 101, 102, don't take anything. Let your body fight for you. This is meant for that. Anything going beyond 102, yes, no problem. You take little bit, not that every 3 hours, 5 hours you take 6 hours you take an antipyretic. Fever is a good thing, my friend. Then how do you prevent? What is that you can do to prevent yourself from, at least some support that you can give? Vitamin D, 5,000 units, international units every day. Vitamin C from 2 grams to 6 grams, whatever the maximum dose you can take. N-acetylcysteine 600 mg BD will protect you. Omega-3 will protect you. Drink green tea 2 to 4 cups a daily. Probiotics, prebiotics. This much if you do, along with the basic, your immune system will be fantastic, will be able to protect you. But then if somebody has an active infection, you take a higher dose of vitamin C, you take magnesium, you take zinc, you take selenium, because zinc and selenium both are antiviral. Lipoic acid, omega-3, B complex. Vitamin A is also antiviral, by the way. Now you see, this is the protocol that you can do. Now this is something, these are just nutraceuticals. These are not drugs. Okay, of course, but I would recommend that you consult any doctor to start with any protocol. That is the simplest thing that we can do to ensure that if we don't get an infection, we want to protect, we do the basic. If we get an infection, we do a little more extensive to ensure that recovery is just faster. If you have to recover in 10 days, you can recover in 5 days with the support. Body needs support to fight. You're just giving the support to the body. Now, post-COVID is another big problem. Shortness of breath, fatigue, palpitation, aches, pains, recurrent fever, lymph node swelling. So infection is not going. The infection become chronic in the body. And the load of the toxin post-infection is phenomenally high. As a consequence, all these problems are there. So if you again improve your immune system, improve your health, you come out of these post-COVID symptoms. But then if you don't do anything about it, you linger on, and these can linger on for a much longer time. And a lot of times we're seeing a lot of people developing autoimmunity after that. But then there are ways to solve that. It's not something that you have to suffer. It's something you can take actions for yourself. Now, how do you know that your immune system is good? You are wondering that, how do I know that my immune system is good or not? Now, simple test that you can perform. You look at CBC, complete blood count. If your lymphocytes are high, your neutrophils are low, or anything high or low, that means things are not right. That means you need to take care of yourself. CBC. If it is clean, then good. If something is not right in the CBC itself, it's a red mark. You check your ESR, you check your CRP. If it is high, that means your immune system is not healthy. You check your HSCRP. If your ferritin is very high, if your D-dimer is high, if your triglycerides are high, HDL is low, LDH, lactate dehydrogenase, if your vitamin D is low, if your B9 is low, B12 is low, homocysteine is high. Some of the basic, any lab will run these tests for you, any lab. You test yourself, look at these markers, you improve these markers, and you know for sure your immune system is good. And you don't have to be scared all the time. Nothing to be scared, my friends. Okay. Now, things are something very, very simple, but then we just complicate the matter so much so that it becomes an issue.